Beyonce for sure. I love her. Like, I love Beyonce. Jay-Z too, I really admire the both of them.
And now I hear you're going to see Beyonce on her tour.
I will be out.
Do you think Jay-Z really fathered Kelly Rowland's first child?
With him, anything's possible.
Educated gangster rapper, that's all she could come up with.
The internet is straight up melting down with one explosive question shaking the entire pop culture world. Could one of music's most powerful dynasties be hiding a secret that flips everything we thought we knew? Word on the street is Beyonce is absolutely crushed because court papers allegedly claim that Kelly Rowland's son Titan might not be who the world thinks he is. The whispers? They're saying Jay-Z could be his real father. If true, that's not just drama. That's betrayal on a level that cuts deeper than any cheating scandal before.
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people.
Think about it. This isn't just a messy fling rumor. This could unravel friendships that started when Destiny's Child was still teenagers, destroy Beyonce's sisterhood bond with Kelly, and crack the flawless glass image she spent decades building as untouchable and unshakable.
Genius.
Beyonce.
Gorgeous. A stab to my self-esteem.
One secret like this has the power to rewrite 20 years of music history, love stories, and fan devotion, all with a single twist. For Beyonce, this is devastating. She's always stood by Jay-Z through his public confessions and headline-making affairs. But this, the idea that her own best friend, her so-called sister, could have carried his child, that's not just scandal, that's world-shattering. Behind the scenes, sources claim Beyonce feels her private kingdom is caving in. Supposedly buried court documents leaked online, screenshots spreading like wildfire, sparking a frenzy that refuses to die down. Allegedly, those papers point to Titan's parentage being the family's darkest, most carefully hidden secret, and whether the receipts are real or fake, the damage is already done.
Weirdo. I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever.
Just the idea alone is ripping apart her carefully crafted image. And of course, the internet wasted no time dragging evidence into the spotlight. Fans have plastered side-by-side pictures of Titan and Jay-Z across every platform, calling the similarities undeniable. The jawline, the nose, even the subtle expressions. People swear Titan looks like a younger version of Jay-Z himself. The captions are wild, claiming it's too obvious to ignore, and the comparisons are sending fans into a spiral of disbelief, rage, and obsession.
Well, I'm having a moment this morning because my son just walks up to me. And why is he this tall? Why? What just happened over summer? How did this even happen?
Some people are brushing it off as coincidence, but the debate has gone viral. And once it hits the internet, there's no turning back. When the public locks onto a resemblance, it becomes gospel. And for Beyonce, that's a nightmare she can't Photoshop away. Imagine living in a world where every single picture is calculated, and then suddenly your husband's face is staring back at you through your best friend's son. That's a storyline she can't spin, no matter how polished her brand is. Now fans are digging through the past, dragging Kelly Rowland's 2013 track Dirty Laundry back into the spotlight. Back then, the song was praised for its raw honesty about abuse and personal struggle. But today, people are tearing it apart like it's a secret diary. Lines about betrayal, hidden pain, and truths buried in plain sight are being recast as veiled confessions.
Is it really a conspiracy if the same person keeps benefiting off the same kind of tragedy over and over?
Was Kelly secretly exposing a love triangle this whole time? Did we all miss the signals because the reality felt too outrageous to process? Industry watchers are even saying artists often lace real-life secrets into their lyrics, and suddenly, Dirty Laundry is being treated like a coded breadcrumb trail that fans weren't supposed to follow until now. And if that wasn't messy enough, here comes the money trail. Rumors are swirling that Jay-Z has allegedly been sliding payments to Kelly's family since 2014, the very same year Titan was born. That timing, way too suspicious for fans to ignore.
Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. I I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work.
Some argue it could just be generous Godfather money, but others insist it looks like calculated hush funds to keep a dangerous truth buried. Either way, the internet is asking, how much did Beyonce know? Was she keeping the peace by staying quiet? Or was this betrayal happening right under her nose? For almost 10 years, people believed Beyonce was untouchable, always one step ahead and fully in control. But this rumor, it flips the script completely, painting a picture of Queen Bee being blindsided in her own home. And that's why it's blowing up so hard, because the idea that even the strongest can be brought down from the inside is the kind of drama no one saw coming. This bombshell doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's sitting right on top of Jay-Z's messy track record. Let's not forget, he's already admitted to stepping out on Beyonce before, turning their marriage into a public battlefield and later into music therapy. Entire albums, hers and his, were basically confession letters charting pain, cheating, and reconciliation.
You understand? I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their brand.
But if Titan really is his son, that flips the story from redemption to something way darker. A decade-long deception, not just against his wife, but against the woman Beyonce calls her sister. How do you even come back from that kind of betrayal? This isn't just about a marriage on the line anymore. This is about the collapse of Destiny's Child's legacy. That group wasn't just about music. It symbolized sisterhood, loyalty, unity. Millions of fans grew up idolizing their bond, believing it was unshakable. Now people are asking if every smile, every hug on stage was really just a mask covering a truth too painful to admit. And the internet detectives are on overdrive. Old interviews of Kelly are getting dug up, like that night she left a dinner with Beyonce and Jay-Z in tears. At the time, fans thought it was just emotions or nostalgia, but now they're convinced it was a crack in the facade, a moment where the weight of secrets got too heavy for Kelly to carry.
Kid you not, the moment I walked in there, I saw his face, I saw how old he was, I saw time. I said, something said, be quiet. I was quiet. I let this man talk for 2 hours. 2 hours he needed to get out everything that he needed to get out. Like life is enriching me. You know what I mean? Like through different things, through marriage, through having my son 1 week and losing my mom the next week. So it's just like, it's so many different things that have shaped me, and I'm just going through it, and I can't just keep that kind of stuff to myself. I feel like it's worth sharing, and I want to share it, and I want to be honest, and you know what I mean?
Every red carpet glance, every awkward run-in between her and Jay-Z is being replayed like it's coded evidence. Nothing escapes reanalysis when a scandal like this erupts. Even that viral clip where Jay-Z looks stunned bumping into Kelly at a premiere is being put under the microscope. Was that really brother-sister warmth? Or was it the awkward panic of facing someone who knows a truth you've been burying for years? And the irony? Just months ago, Kelly was singing Jay-Z's praises after he called out the Grammys for disrespecting Beyonce. She told reporters, "Sean Carter is one of the greatest men I know, and his words ring so loud to me." At the time, it sounded heartfelt, but now that same quote is replaying like a twisted soundtrack. Was she protecting him, covering for him, or was she just being a loyal friend, completely unaware her words would later echo inside one of the messiest scandals she never asked for? The internet doesn't miss a beat. That quote is now another puzzle piece fueling wild theories about how deep these bonds and betrayals might run. And if Jay-Z really has been funneling secret payments since Titan's birth, it sparks an even bigger, dangerous question.
But after that major documentary comes out on Diddy, then you're going to start to hear more and more about Jay-Z and his nefarious past, okay?
Has Beyonce known this entire time, quietly carrying the weight just to protect her brand, her kids, and her empire? Or is she, like the rest of us, only now piecing it together through whispers and leaked court papers? Either way, the picture is brutal. If she did know, then she's been living the performance of her life, a show more intricate than any world tour choreography, smiling for the cameras while privately enduring the ultimate betrayal. But if she didn't know, then the woman who taught the world about power, control, and flawless image has just been blindsided in the rawest, most most humiliating way possible. And right now, the silence from everyone involved only makes the tension thicker. What happens to Destiny's Child if this rumor keeps spreading? Their once unbreakable image as sisters against the world is already cracking under the weight of speculation. Let's be real. Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle built their legacy on friendship and loyalty. Their bond survived chart rivalries, solo careers, even industry politics. But if Jay-Z's tied to Titan, that nostalgia can never feel the same again.
You're doing everything. You have every title. Michelle's doing everything.
Yes.
And now I hear you're going to see Beyonce on her tour.
I will be out there.
How was it seeing? Did you check out Blue Ivy when she was
I
at
did.
to see
I'm so proud of her.
Fans who grew up worshiping them as role models are now questioning if Destiny's Child was just a fairy tale cover, hiding a much darker reality backstage. And for Beyonce, the self-crowned queen of modern pop royalty, this isn't just about a song or a headline. This is about her legacy, her marriage, her motherhood, her empire. Everything she built stands on shaky ground if this secret is true, because some scandals are just too big to bury. And here's where it gets even messier. When you step back from the Titan whispers, you see a bigger, darker pattern forming. Jay-Z's name has always carried rumors of secret kids and hidden liaisons. Years before Titan's name ever hit the blogs, there was the saga of Rymir, a young man who fought in court for years, claiming Jay-Z was his biological father.
I don't have no felonies. I'm not crazy and none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that, you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
That case dragged on through endless appeals, with Rymir insisting he was shut down by money, lawyers, and power plays. Back then, people dismissed it as clout chasing. But now, with Titan at the center of a firestorm, those old headlines are being resurrected and stitched into a brand new narrative. One where Jay-Z's past rumors and present scandals connect into something far more explosive. Jay-Z's empire wasn't just built on music and business genius. It was built on his ability to bury scandals before they caught fire. Now, the ghosts of his past are back in the spotlight. Old allegations from the late 90s and early 2000s are being dragged up again, especially the controversial rumors linking him to much younger women in the industry. Nas even threw shade in his infamous diss track, hinting that Jay-Z crossed lines with protégés like Foxy Brown. She's denied it over and over, calling the stories fake, but the whispers never fully disappeared. Fans are pointing out that Jay-Z was nearly 30 when he began appearing alongside teenage artists, and against the backdrop of the Titan scandal, that history suddenly feels a lot darker. So the big question surfaces: is this all part of a bigger pattern, one built on control, secrecy, and manipulation that the industry ignored because of Jay-Z's power? We already know the public's trust in him has been shaken before. His own music told the story. Confessions of Infidelity, Nearly Losing Beyonce, and albums like Lemonade and 444, painting their marriage as a journey of pain and redemption. But if Titan really is his son, that redemption arc collapses instantly. It wasn't about learning from mistakes. It was about covering them up and keeping the empire intact. Fans are starting to believe Jay-Z's true skill isn't growth, but concealment. He knows how to bury headlines until they fade, only for them to creep back years later. And every resurfaced rumor makes the cracks in his king-like image even harder to ignore.
How do you know I'm not a gangster? Or used to be a gangster? I've been in the music industry for 30 years.
Yeah, the industry's filled with gangsters.
Which brings us to Beyonce's family, because when the silence gets this thick, somebody is definitely working overtime to hold things together. Enter Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mother and the matriarch of the whole Destiny's Child dynasty.
I want to ask you about Jay-Z's album. I think it's genius. Like all of his projects, I thought it was really great.
She's long embraced Kelly Rowland as a daughter, writing glowing tributes and portraying herself as the glue that bound this extended family. But in light of Titan's rumored paternity, even Tina's role is being re-examined. Did she know more than she ever let on? Was her instinct to protect Beyonce's empire strong enough that she shielded Jay-Z from scrutiny? And if so, did that same instinct push Kelly into silence? This wouldn't be the first time a powerful matriarch pulled strings behind the scenes to keep a dynasty spotless. Now, every polished family photo and every glowing tribute from Tina Knowles carries a new shadow, the possibility of a cover-up. Was Tina the quiet architect of the Carter Knowles image all along, managing not just Beyonce's career, but also burying the messy truths that could have blown it all apart? We've seen Tina fiercely defend Beyonce from critics and shower Jay-Z with public praise, painting their empire as unshakable. But what once looked like loyalty now reads like strategy. Think about it. If Tita knew the Titan secret, the only way to keep the family brand intact would have been silence at any cost. For Beyonce, betrayal by her husband is devastating enough. But betrayal by her own mother's complicity, that's a wound far deeper. Suddenly, this isn't just a marital scandal, it's generational. It suggests the entire Carter-Knowles dynasty may have been protecting a truth too explosive for the world to know. And the plot thickens with Jay-Z's circle. His history with controversial figures like Sean Diddy Combs and the lawsuits constantly swirling around those circles only adds more suspicion. Every time new allegations hit Diddy, Jay-Z's name somehow drifts nearby, mentioned briefly, then quickly scrubbed from filings or headlines. Fans can't help but notice the pattern. He always seems close to chaos, yet never gets pulled into the fire. Whether it's clever legal maneuvering or raw influence, the result is the same. His name stays clean, his empire stays standing, and the whispers eventually fade. But not this time. The Titan rumor refuses to disappear, and it's forcing fans to connect dots across decades of shady headlines that once felt unrelated. Suddenly, this isn't just about one child. It's about a possible blueprint Jay-Z has mastered for dodging accountability again and again. Meanwhile, Beyonce's strategy has always been silence. She doesn't go on messy rants, doesn't sit down for confessional interviews, doesn't clap back on social media. Instead, she turns her pain into art, layering hidden messages in albums her fans dissect for months. Lemonade was her coded response to infidelity, a masterpiece of rage and resilience, without her ever speaking Jay-Z's name in public. Now fans wonder, is she quietly building another album, another coded response, while the world tries to unravel her silence? Which raises the burning question, will Beyonce finally break her silence and address Titan in her next project? Or will she double down, refusing to even acknowledge the scandal, letting her silence speak louder than words? The world is on edge, watching her every move, waiting to see if her upcoming film ventures, music drops, or even her stage performances come laced with coded messages about betrayal, motherhood, and fractured sisterhood. If history tells us anything, Beyonce won't grab a mic and explain herself. She'll drip-feed symbolism, leading fans to decode every lyric, every outfit, every look, searching for signs of scars she can't hide. And the stakes? They couldn't be higher. Her empire was built not just on music, but on image. She's been the flawless queen, the untouchable star, the wife who endured betrayal and turned it into strength. She was also the friend who lifted Kelly and Michelle, the face of unbreakable sisterhood. But if Titan truly is Jay-Z's son, all of that mythology cracks wide open. Suddenly, she's not the woman in control. She's the woman betrayed, not just by her husband, but possibly by her best friend and even her own mother. And for an empire sold as perfect, repairing the illusion of perfection could be harder than sating the marriage itself. Fans are already predicting that when Beyonce does respond, it'll be seismic. A visual album dripping in symbolism, a cryptic lyric slid into a performance, or maybe a sudden, chilling shift in how she stands beside Jay-Z. After all, Lemonade didn't just give us music, it gave us a cultural earthquake. It birthed catchphrases, memes, and inspired a whole movement of women re-examining their own relationships. Now imagine the impact if she went there again, not just addressing infidelity, but betrayal inside her own family circle. The cultural explosion would be unmatched, shaking the music industry and rewriting the rules of celebrity loyalty, image management, and how much truth even the biggest stars can hide. What we're left with now is a storm of speculation, unanswered questions, and an empire wobbling on its golden throne. If Titan's paternity really does trace back to Jay-Z, the Carter-Knowles dynasty is facing its biggest test yet. Can Beyonce forgive a betrayal this layered? Can Destiny's Child still be remembered as the sisterhood we thought it was? And maybe the most haunting question of all, how long has this secret been hiding in plain sight, and who in their inner circle helped keep it buried? So now it's your turn. Do you think this is the scandal that finally cracks Beyonce's empire wide open? Or will it be swept away by her silence and spectacle once again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this storm is just getting started. And if you want to keep up with every twist, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now.